Now, what I just established to you of God talking to his children. He had given them all of the richness and the fat of the earth and the crude oil in the Middle East. He showed them the glory of God, which no man have seen, and showed them that angel was going to take care of them. So why would they need a maker, or why would they need to take and borrow some from the United States of America? Why would they need to take and do these things contrary to God, and they have saw their God? They became a witness to them. But as God was speaking to them, he was speaking to them concerning a time when Jesus would turn and come and be born as the Son of Man, attaching them on to the seed of man, through the spirit of Elijah and by the spirit of Moses. Excuse me. I'm showing you these things because I know it's something that you pass out. Now, in this very first chapter 21st, following this here, he told them how he was going to communicate with them and how he was going to talk to them through the Ark of the Covenant, and done so. This ark that I have set behind me, it tell you in Exodus 25, the very next chapter. Never be missing a beat, never deceiving the peoples, but telling them how these things is going to come to pass. And as they come to pass, he would bring to them the Ark of the Covenant, showing you how angel was going to transcend before them. Now, I'm going to try to use this as a closing part because I only have so much I can put on this thing here. And Ark of the Covenant become the signet of Jesus Christ, John the Baptist, living by the spirit of Elijah, and myself. How would we be born? John the Baptist would be born before Jesus Christ in St. Luke. Jesus would be born 6 months after, with me yet attached on him as he went into his mother Mary's womb, the virgin. But I would be a witness to prove that Jesus was not the son of a man, of the seed of a man, called by the substance of a man. This is why the Antichrist been trying to take me out, to try to make it look as if Jesus was never born. But he came by the way of the Gentiles. He was not. He's born by the black man, by the flesh of a black man, not the substance, but the flesh. But I would come to in these later days to show you that he was born without the substance of man, because had he was born with the substance of man, you'd have saw me during the reign of John the Baptist and Jesus Christ. But since you didn't see me, then I was in the body of Jesus Christ, but I was never born, because I didn't have the substance of a man to be born. Now, I'm going to skip from this part here and show you what he told me to speak to the children of Israel. You go to the prophets of Jeremiah. Let's go there. Let's go to the prophets of Jeremiah. Because in Isaiah chapter 5, he tells you, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard, and I will take away the head thereof. it shall be eaten up, meaning that they go break it down and tread it under the feet. The hedge was the promise that he made to Abraham about the covenant, where he will bless him, them that blessed him, and cursed them that cursed him. But by this evil spirit being upon the earth, he was going to take away the hedge. Now, but let's go to Jeremiah, because I don't have much time on here. And I want to see if I get all of this in there. Let's go to Jeremiah. I know it's going to be in chapter 1. I know that. Okay. Let's go to Jeremiah. Okay. God sent me here to speak to the Hebrews. Tell them why he pulled a hedge arm around them in Ezekiel chapter 2 and 3. He also sent me here to speak to the wicked man and the ministers, false prophets, telling them that they had to die. I speak to the rich, the men of God, and the men who was not of God, telling them they had to die because of their transgression. Telling the one who was not of sin that do not turn away into sin or and maintain their faith, because the time of God is at hand. This is what he told me in Jeremiah, because he had a voice instant for me even before I entered my mother's womb. This is what I want you. So in other words, I had to speak to the entire world. He's in the word, chapter 13 in verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me the second time, saying, chapter 1, verse 13, second time, saying, what seest thou? And I said, I see a singing pot, and the face thereof is toward the north. He said, then the Lord said unto me, out of the north and evil shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land. For, I'm going to move in front of the ark where you can't see it. For, lo, I will call all the families of the kingdom of the north, said the Lord, and they shall come, and they shall set every one his throne at the entrance of the gate of Jerusalem, and against all the walls thereof. Excuse me, I'm just moving around here. Around about the and against all the cities of Judea, and I will utter my judgment against them, touching all their wickedness, who have forsaken me, and have burned incense unto other gods, and worship the works of their own hands. Thou, therefore, gird up thy loins, and arise, and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed off their faces, lest I confound thee before them. For behold, I have made thee this day a defense city, and of iron pillars and brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of